Oh, hey there, and welcome to Honestly, It's a Lot. In today's episode, you'll get to know me, the host of the show, and the heart of what this podcast is really about. There might be tears, there might be laughter, but you know what there'll definitely be? Honesty. Let's get into it. Hey there, my name's Greg. This is a podcast, and honestly, it's a lot. I've always dreamed of having my own podcast, so I decided today's the day to make that dream a reality. And honestly, it is a lot of work. This podcast is where real people talk about real life, the kind of stuff you don't always post about, but it still shapes you. Like when my friend died on my birthday. Yeah. It was May 9th, 2023, and that day truly cemented how unfair life can be. There I was, celebrating another year on this earth, while one of my best friends was leaving it way too soon. I remember thinking how lucky I was to know Kevin and to spend the last week of his life with them. He was a kind, funny, and special soul that brought light to even the darkest of moments. And that's what this podcast is about, finding meaning or humor or beauty, even when life doesn't make sense. Now, don't you worry, it's not going to be all doom and gloom. There's also laughter. Kevin had been fighting cancer for years before he passed, and if you're laughing right now, you shouldn't be. The funny part is, the motherfucker survived all that time just to die on my birthday. A few weeks before he passed, I got the call that he was taking a turn, and I just knew it was going to happen on my birthday. I even told my friend Dustin, and sure enough, when the funeral guy came to get the body, Dustin and I looked at each other. While everyone around us is fighting back tears, we had to fight back laughter. That was Kevin. He had this way of showing up for everyone, making you laugh in the literal worst of times, no matter how bad he was feeling about himself. And the thing about it is, I don't even really think he realized he was doing it. He was hard on himself, like a lot of us are, but when he couldn't see it, he was making the world a better place for the people around him. A great example of that is when he asked me to give a speech at his funeral. There he was, approaching the end of his life, and he gave me a beautiful gift without even knowing it. The truth is, I wasn't nervous or upset that he asked me. I was honored. He gave me something to focus on, something to pour myself into, something that helped me remember the best parts of him while I grieved the loss. I wanted to approach that speech with care and give him the send-off he deserved, one that didn't just hold sadness, but also the love, the joy, and more importantly, the laughter Kevin lived with every day. And let me tell you, hearing the whole funeral home laughing in between the tears while I gave that speech, it was such a good feeling. It made me so happy that I got to share even a little bit of Kevin with everyone that day. And that spirit, the spirit of showing up honestly, even when you're struggling, that's something I want to carry into this podcast. Honestly, my own mental and physical health haven't been great recently. I felt stuck, overwhelmed, and unsure of where I fit into the world. But if sharing stories, mine, yours, or anyone's really, can help someone feel less alone, then that's what I want to do. And even if I don't always feel like a light, maybe the show can be one. So yeah, it sucked when Kevin died on my birthday, and I wish he was still here, but he lives on in the memories, the laughter, and the way he made people feel. And that is what the show is for. The real, the raw, the ridiculous. Because what's more ridiculous than your friend dying on your birthday? We'll invite guests on. We'll talk to people about the moments that changed them, whether it was finding power in a beautiful time or surviving a dark one. But more than that, I want to hear what you have to say, no matter how big or small the topic may be, as long as it's delivered with honesty. Honest with yourself, honest with the moment, honest with us. That's what makes it matter. The stories are theirs. I'm just here to hold the space. Let's take a quick break, and then I'll introduce the little segment we're ending every episode with. Do you or someone you love experience fear of judgment in completely made-up scenarios? Do you suffer from low confidence, chronic self-doubt, or an inability to send that text without rewriting it 12 times? You may be eligible for Delusion, a fast-acting emotional enhancer that helps you start a podcast with zero experience, shoot your shot with that man you swear is out of your league, or walk to brunch wearing that outfit you almost didn't post on Instagram because you thought it was too much. It wasn't, you ate. Delusion works fast, often kicking in during late night talks with your bestie. We know Vegas ain't ready for y'all. When you make eye contact with a stranger and imagine the whole relationship, but daddy, I love him. Or watching a single motivational TikTok. You're not behind, you're just building. Side effects may include main character syndrome, oversharing for relatability, and an inflated sense of purpose with absolutely no business plan. Do not take Delusion if you're allergic to rejection, reality, or being told no. Ask your inner child if Delusion is right for you. And if you're a real sponsor and you like what you hear, please, please, please give me an ad to read. I really need the money. And now, back to the show. Welcome back. This is where I show you how I end each episode with a segment I like to call, honestly, what I should have said was ... I'll ask guests to share a moment, any moment, where they didn't say what they wanted to say, and then they get to say it now. And since it's just me today, I guess I'll go first. I was at Aldi with my cousin around Christmas, so it was packed, chaos, you know the vibe. We were unloading groceries, not even being slow, just a regular human pace, or so I thought, and the cashier yanked the cart right out of my cousin's hand like she was personally offended by our existence. And I don't understand why she was so impatient. It's not like she's on her feet all day. This is Aldi, girl, you get to sit down. But honestly, what I should have said was, you didn't have to yank the cart like that. I get that it's busy, I do. But yanking the cart doesn't save you any time, and your shift still ends when it ends regardless, bitch. Ugh. But instead, I just kept my mouth shut. And when she asked me to put my card in before she was even halfway done ringing everything up, I said no. Because realistically, how much time does that even save? And what if she rang up something wrong? But hey, I might not have said what I wanted to then, but if I had, we wouldn't have this segment. Because sometimes the moment passes, but that doesn't mean our minds shut off. We just replay the argument in the shower 3 hours later. Well, that does it for the intro episode. My name is Greg, and I truly appreciate you taking the time to listen to. Honestly, it's a lot. Episodes 2 and 3 drop Friday, May 23rd, but the podcast itself launches on May 9th, my birthday, which just feels right. You can probably tell by the content of this episode that I haven't had the best luck with birthdays. So this just felt like a way to take the day back, a way to honor Kevin, and a way to start something new. So yeah, that's the foundation of the podcast, but how it operates, that's going to evolve. I don't have the perfect setup or a full content calendar or a viral marketing plan. But what I do have is a mic, a message, and the growing feeling that I can't keep waiting for the perfect moment to start something I care about. So what does that mean? I'm figuring it out as I go. And if you're here for that, welcome to the madness. Anyway, if you got a story that deserves to be told, whether it's funny, emotional, unhinged, or just a little too specific to explain to your group chat, like how good Buck's curls look on the newest season of 911, yeah, I'd love to hear it. Check the link in my bio to find us on social media, streaming platforms, or to pitch your story. It's all there, and it's always evolving, just like the pod. Until next time, honestly, that was a lot.